If you're over 60 and feel that constant worry creeping into your mind, especially when you're doing your daily activities, you need to know that there's a natural and delicious way to calm those thoughts. That's exactly what I observed with a 75-year-old woman I met one Tuesday morning when she was at the local market picking out vegetables for lunch. She told me she woke up every day with that feeling of unease, as if something bad was going to happen, even when everything was going well in her life. As she held a bunch of lettuce in her hands, she said her heart would race for no apparent reason, especially when she thought about her children, grandchildren, or even simple tasks like paying a bill. What I discovered in that chance encounter was revolutionary. There's a profound connection between what we put on our plates and how our minds process worries, especially after age 60, when our brains undergo natural changes that can intensify anxiety and repetitive thoughts. Neuroscience reveals that certain foods contain bioactive compounds that act directly on the neurotransmitters responsible for feelings of calm and well-being. I'm not talking about expensive medications or supplements, but rather ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen or can easily find at your local grocery store. If you recognize this constant worry in yourself, if you feel like your mind won't stop working even when it should be resting, leave a yes in the comments. I want to know how many people are going through this, because what I'm going to share with you could be the first step toward regaining the peace of mind you deserve at this stage of your life. That 75-year-old woman I met at the market reminded me of something very important about our generation. She grew up in a time when meals were prepared with fresh ingredients, when grandmothers knew the healing power of every spice and leafy green they grew in their backyard. During our conversation among the vegetable stands, she told me that her mother always said that food was the best medicine, but that over time she had forgotten this wisdom. She was constantly chasing complicated solutions to her anxiety when the answer was right there, in the same foods her family had eaten for generations. What impressed me was discovering that she didn't need to completely change her diet. She simply had to include a few specific ingredients in her existing meals, enhancing the natural calming effect that certain nutrients have on the nervous system of people over 60. 3 months after that meeting, she sought me out again, this time in my office. The transformation was visible not only in her more serene expression, but also in the way she spoke about her days. Her constant worries had given way to a tranquility she hadn't felt in years. Her sleep had improved, her digestion was more regular, and most importantly, that restless feeling that had accompanied her from the moment she opened her eyes in the morning had practically disappeared. Modern neuroscience confirms what our grandmothers already knew intuitively. Our gut, home to millions of neurons, produces about 90% of our body's serotonin, the neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of well-being and calm. When we properly nourish this gut-brain connection with the right foods, we create an internal environment conducive to mental tranquility. The first food that transformed this woman's routine was something extremely simple, present in the kitchen of practically every Brazilian. Oatmeal, eaten first thing in the morning, became her daily mental self-care ritual. Oats contain an amino acid called tryptophan, which serves as a precursor to serotonin in the brain. Observing hundreds of cases, I've noticed that people over 60 who regularly consume oats for breakfast report a significant decrease in mental agitation in the early hours of the day. The secret lies in the preparation method. A half-cup serving of rolled oats soaked overnight in warm milk or water creates a creamy texture that facilitates digestion and enhances the absorption of calming nutrients. The second breakthrough came from dark leafy greens, especially spinach. Many people in this age group avoid greens for digestive reasons, but steaming spinach for just 3 minutes preserves its relaxing properties and is extremely easy to digest. Rich in magnesium, a mineral essential for proper nervous system function, spinach acts as a natural muscle relaxant, reducing the physical tension that often accompanies excessive worry. The way this magnesium works is fascinating. It competes with calcium at cellular receptors, preventing neurons from overexciting. People who include 2 cups of cooked spinach with their main meals at least 4 times a week often report a decrease in tension in their neck and shoulders, areas where anxiety often manifests physically after age 60. The third element that deserves special attention is the banana, especially when consumed in the afternoon. The combination of tryptophan, potassium, and B vitamins in bananas creates a synergistic effect that promotes relaxation without causing excessive drowsiness. The ideal time to consume it is about 2 hours after lunch, when levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, tend to naturally increase in the mature body. During a landmark consultation, I discovered that many people over 60 completely underestimate the anti-inflammatory and calming power of omega-3 rich fish. One patient revealed to me that she had spent years taking anti-anxiety medications when all she needed was sardines or salmon twice a week. Omega-3, especially DHA, acts directly on neuron membranes, improving communication between brain cells and reducing inflammatory processes that can intensify anxiety. What makes this even more relevant for older adults is that, with natural aging, our brains can experience micro-inflammations that contribute to increased worry and repetitive thoughts. Fresh sardines, grilled with a drizzle of olive oil and natural seasonings like rosemary and thyme, make a complete meal to soothe the mind. Ideally, consume about 100 grams twice a week, preferably at lunch, when your metabolism is most active to properly process these essential nutrients. For those who struggle with fish, walnuts offer a plant-based alternative rich in omega-3s. 7 walnuts a day, consumed as an afternoon snack, provide a significant dose of alpha-linolenic acid, which the body partially converts into DHA. Interestingly, walnuts also contain natural melatonin, contributing to more restful sleep, which is essential for balancing the neurotransmitters responsible for controlling anxiety. Chamomile tea appears as the 5th element on this list of natural sedatives. Recent studies confirm that the flavonoids present in chamomile, especially apigenin, bind to the same brain receptors as some anxiolytic medications, but gently and without side effects. A cup of chamomile tea prepared with a tablespoon of dried flowers in non-boiling water about an hour before bed creates a relaxation ritual that signals the brain that it's time to slow down. The 6th food that revolutionizes anxiety control after age 60 is something our grandmothers used abundantly, but which many abandoned over time. Garlic, when consumed cooked or sautéed, releases sulfur compounds that have a direct effect on the central nervous system, promoting a lasting sense of tranquility. The secret is to crush 2 cloves of garlic and let them rest for 10 minutes before sautéing them in olive oil over low heat. This process activates allicin, the compound responsible for its calming benefits. Added to beans, soups, or stir-fries, garlic not only enhances the flavor of meals, but also acts as a gentle and safe natural anxiolytic. Dark chocolate, with at least 70% cocoa, represents the 7th element on this therapeutic list. Many people in this age group avoid chocolate for health reasons, but pure cocoa contains compounds such as theobromine and flavonoids that stimulate the production of endorphins and serotonin. 2 squares a day, preferably consumed after lunch, provide calming benefits without compromising blood sugar levels or interfering with nighttime sleep. The 8th and final food on this journey to tranquility is sweet potato, especially when eaten cooked for dinner. Rich in complex carbohydrates and tryptophan, sweet potato promotes a gradual increase in brain serotonin, creating a feeling of satisfaction and calm that lasts throughout the night. A medium slice, about 100 grams, accompanied by a light protein source like cottage cheese, creates the ideal biochemical environment for a restful night. If you've made it this far and recognize the transformative power of these natural foods, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Each subscriber motivates me to continue sharing discoveries that can change your quality of life in a simple and accessible way. neuroscience reveals something fascinating about the mature brain that few know. After age 60, our neurons develop a unique ability to form new connections, a process called late-life neuroplasticity, which can be enhanced by the right nutrients present in foods we've just discovered. Each of these 8 foods acts on a specific nervous system mechanism. While oats provide stable energy for neurons, spinach relaxes the muscles surrounding the nervous system. Omega-3 rich fish reduces brain inflammation, walnuts provide natural melatonin, chamomile binds to anxiety receptors, garlic improves cerebral circulation, dark chocolate stimulates feel-good neurotransmitters, and sweet potatoes provide tryptophan for nighttime serotonin production. What impresses me most is how these foods, when combined properly throughout the day, create a biochemical symphony that calms the mind naturally and lastingly. It's not necessary to consume them all on the same day, but alternating between them throughout the week ensures that the brain consistently receives the nutrients it needs to maintain calm. If this content resonates with you, please share it with someone who also needs to discover these natural sedatives. Sometimes, a simple piece of information can completely transform the quality of life of someone you love. An important observation I constantly make in my practice is that people over 60 often underestimate the power of diet on mood and anxiety. They often seek complex solutions when the answer is literally at the breakfast, lunch, and dinner table. Timing these foods is crucial to maximize their calming effects. Oatmeal works best in the morning, creating a stable energy base. Spinach and fish should be eaten at lunch when the metabolism is most active. Walnuts are ideal for an afternoon snack, providing energy and nutrients for the end of the day. Chamomile and sweet potato are perfect for the evening, preparing the body for restful sleep. Many patients tell me that they started by including just 1 or 2 of these foods and already felt a significant difference within the first week. The key isn't perfection, but consistency. It's better to eat oats every day than to try to include all 8 foods at once and end up giving up because it's too complicated. An interesting finding is that these foods work synergistically. When you combine, for example, walnuts with banana for an afternoon snack, the calming effect is enhanced. Or when you add garlic to sautéed spinach, you create a complete meal to soothe body and mind. If you're willing to try at least 3 of these natural foods in the next 2 weeks, leave a comment telling me which one you chose to start with. I want to follow your journey and see what results you achieve with these simple yet powerful changes. Having observed the transformation of hundreds of people who have discovered the calming power of these 8 foods, I can confidently say that you have in your hands a powerful tool to regain the mental tranquility you deserve at this stage of your life. Constant worry doesn't have to be your daily companion. There's a natural, tasty, and accessible way to calm your mind, and it's closer than you think. Every meal can become a moment of self-care. Every meal an opportunity to nourish not only your body, but also your soul. Remember that our generation carries the wisdom of those who have lived through many experiences, overcome many challenges, and deserve to enjoy each day with inner peace. These foods are simply tools to enhance the tranquility that already exists within you. If this content brought hope and useful knowledge to your life, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to receive all the discoveries I share, and don't forget to like this video. Your engagement helps me continue researching and sharing information that can transform the lives of people like you. Let us know in the comments which of these 8 foods you'll try first. And don't forget to share this video with family and friends who also deserve to learn about these natural sedatives. Next week, I'll reveal 3 mental exercises that further enhance the effects of these foods. Until then, take care of yourself and remember, the tranquility you seek could be in the next dish you prepare.